Good morning, dear friends. Today we are going to deal with a topic which is very important for all of us. The topic is about gender equality. Here in the class, there are girls and few boys, and we give equal respect and equal dignity to girls and boys. Let us hear what Dr. X11, the first woman Vice Chancellor of the Cochin University of Science and Technology, has to say. There are no male or female Vice Chancellors. There are only Vice Chancellors. She sees herself as the 13th Vice Chancellor, not as the first woman Vice Chancellor of CUSAT. According to her, it all boils down to merit, and gender has nothing to do with it. She attributes her strengths to being brought up in a family where her parents never discriminated against daughters, and a father who called his daughters gems. It's a beacon of hope and an inspiration to find such families who treat their daughters as gems or precious jewels, especially in a developing country like India. Dr. X11 is one of the many women who have paved a new road to success in a male-dominated world. Now you may ask, why to study about gender equality? Though the terms sex and gender is generally used to indicate a man or a woman, it is different from each other. Sex distinguishes the biological and physical characteristics, which often refers to male or female, while the term gender refers to the socially constructed roles that a given society considers appropriate for men and women. Hence, gender roles can vary across cultures and through time, and are amenable to change. Certainly, in every part of the world and in all societies, some kind of gender inequalities has existed and still exists. There is a famous line from George Orwell's renowned play, Animal Farm. All animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. This more equality notion is generally sensed by dominant male gender, which often leads to supremacy over the other, gradually leading to their exploitation, degradation, and destruction, creating imbalance and friction in the smooth functioning of a society. Let us watch a short video on gender discrimination.
It doesn't matter how we look, how we speak, what color we are. It doesn't matter who we are. Because in the end, we're all the same on the inside. We all laugh, we all cry, we all feel joy, we all feel pain. It's time to stop the discrimination.
video, you have seen various ways of discrimination of gender. Connected with that problem, we can now see another aspect, which is dowry. In India, during the pre-colonial period, dowry was an institution managed by women and for women to enable her to enter marriage having her own financial resources and economic security. But today, on an average, one woman dies every hour in India because of dowry-related disputes. This social evil must be and can be stopped at the earliest if we all say no to dowry by setting our priorities on the intrinsic value of girls, their personality and nature, instead of eyeing their family fortune. Another aspect to be considered is right to property. Even today, in many sections of the Indian society, there exists a preference for the boy child and a general neglect of the girl child. Most of the time, the girl does not receive the respect, education or status equal to that of a boy. This equality in rights is even more visibly missing when it comes to the partition of family wealth. Gandhiji spoke strongly against this discrimination and insisted that a daughter's share must be equal to that of a son. Both sons and daughters in the family have equal right over the property, and if that is denied, it is definitely a gender-based bias. Another big problem facing our society is sexual violence. Women and girls of all ages and backgrounds are most affected by gender-based violence. Studies say that 1 in 3 women worldwide has been beaten, coerced into sex or abused in her lifetime. Violence in close or trusted relationships, rapes, forced marriages, cyber violence and harassment using new technologies is very common in our society today. This mental, emotional and physical torture is inflicted on women only because of their female sexuality and violates their very dignity as a human being. Hence, this is the cruelest form of gender injustice. Ban Ki-moon, the UN Secretary General, rightly said, the world will never realize 100% of its goals if 50% of its people cannot realize their full potential. As women thrive, so will we all. Now let us see something positive. Gender equality in action. You may be familiar with Malala Yousafzai, the youngest Nobel laureate. She was born in the Swat district of Pakistan as a daughter of Ziauddin Yousafzai, who was known as an active advocate for education in Pakistan. In 2012, she survived a murder attempt by the Taliban for speaking out for the right to education. This cowardly murder bid provoked worldwide condemnation and protests, leading to the passage of the first right to free and compulsory education bill in Pakistan. In 2013, Malala and her father co-founded the Malala Fund for girls who are being denied formal education, and in 2014, at the age of 17, she jointly received the Nobel Peace Prize for her struggle for education of children. Certainly, her father Ziauddin Yousafzai was the wind behind her wings. Gender equality does not merely mean to uplift or to support women, but it urgently calls forth to redefine our mindset on the gender concept, equality for men and women, could be achieved only when both of them accept each other as human persons, render mutual support, and help to live in complete human dignity. All efforts for empowering women and to attain equal rights should go hand in hand with the promotion of this new education system where everyone, both man and woman, sees each other as persons with equal honor, equal right, and equal dignity. Dear friends, this concept, this value starts at home. A recent Indian advertisement for a detergent went viral across the world, with many global celebrities sharing it on their Facebook page and Twitter handles. This advertisement shows a father who is visiting his married daughter's home, realizing the amount of responsibilities his daughter tackles at both the home front as well as at the workplace. He leaves a letter for his daughter while returning home, asking for her forgiveness for being a wrong role model, for not helping out at home, etc. It is time to break this vicious cycle of prejudice. Now, I am going to ask you to do something very practical. Please write down 2 new skills you could learn to help out at home. Something you have never tried before and something that is not perceived to be done usually by your gender. It could be something as simple as washing dishes, darning a shirt, or even learning how to change a light bulb. Decide to help your parents at home on a daily basis. Finally, the lesson ends with a note to young girls. All can read the note. However, I request the girl students to write what you have understood from that note and what you are planning to do after reading it. Please go through the text and come prepared for the class tomorrow. Thank you. God bless you.